since 2000, Russell Westbrook, to me, in my opinion, was the worst MVP we had.
Okay.
He's literally probably the worst MVP of my lifetime.
I think he actually uh, is the meaning of MVP. So
They didn't even get out that first round.
they played a good team. I don't really know why they were expected to win,
He's
especially
never
with the talent around him. His best player was Victor Oladipo, rookie Sabonis, Jeremy Grant.
okay. What happened when went against rookie Donovan Mitchell
I'm not
with
gonna
a top tier
I'm not gonna
MVP in
speak
Paul
on
George?
I'm not gonna speak on that because
What happened when he went up against Dame?
I'm not gonna speak on that because I don't know what to say besides he did well in some games. He didn't do well in some other games. Paul George didn't do step up and play well in some games as well. It didn't work out for some reason.
Bro, give me your honest opinion of Russell Westbrook as a basketball player, bro.
Russ,
Be honest, bro.
that top, truthfully, Russ is probably a top 3 to 5 point guard of all time. Um, greatest. I'm not even going one of the greatest passers. People like to uh, focus on how hard he plays and things like that. He does play hard. He does play passionately. That's one of the reasons why I really enjoy watching him play and his athleticism. But he's an amazing passer. He's a very he can control the game. He can finish at times with the best of them. He's very athletic, uh, and he contributed to winning. He did had triple doubles. They most of the time contributed to winning. His MVP season, he was clutch, very clutch. He sent your boy Jokic home when he was trying to make the playoffs. He sent your boy Jokic home on a 50-point triple double, 3-point buzzer beater to send him home in the season and get the triple double record. He's very clutch. If you watch that MVP season, there was multiple games where he's dragging that team to win. Nobody had that team doing anything that season after Kevin Durant left. And what did he do? He said, "Now I do what I want. Now I do what I want. Now I do what I want," and won the MVP. Won the MVP, took his team to the playoffs, goes to the Washington Wizards, takes them to the first playoffs they've ever made in the last 8 years. Average a triple double. Called his shot. Got the 2020 game for Nipsey Hussle. Dude was a maestro on that basketball court. He got the
No,
All-Star
he
MVP.
wasn't. He wasn't a maestro.
All-Star MVP back-to-back years. Like, I don't know what to tell you. The disrespect that you put on this man's name because your boy Kevin Durant, the dude he's blocking in this photo right here, left him. And so now he's not the guy that he was in OKC before Kevin Durant. Not before he with Kevin Durant before Kevin Durant left. Russell Westbrook, to me, is one of the greatest point guards that's ever played this game of basketball. And he really could be playing right now because even his last season in Sacramento, he's playing well. He had games where he showed that he could have efficient nights. You want to put that stain of the Lakers on him, whatever, bro. The fit, I don't know what to tell you. LeBron, whatever else, it didn't work. I understand your shooting. He had injury problems that led to his shooting decreasing because he was a mid-range maestro back in his earlier days in OKC. That pull-up midi was unmissable. Injuries happened, finger injuries happened. He lost his athleticism. Therefore, he had to readjust his shot, causing him to lose some of that confidence in his shot. I don't know what else you want me to say about Russell Westbrook other than he is one of the greatest point guards that have played this game. And all the complaining you do about people not playing and not playing worth their money and doing all this and people just looking to get that bag and once they get their bag, they move. He didn't do none of that.
Yeah, they moved off of him.
Okay.
This my thing because I think because he plays hard, he brings the energy. And then another thing, when people brag about somebody playing hard, they usually mean they ain't skilled. And let's just keep the book when it comes to that. When everybody gets talking about your energy and your hustle, that's usually reserved for like a role player, bro. But I mean, Russell Westbrook was great in theory in terms of being an athletic like monster in terms of being a playmaker. I wouldn't say a great passer. I would say a great playmaker. Like I'm so big, strong, athletic. I can get to the rim. I see two committed, and I'm gonna pass it out to my shooters and stuff like that. I could throw the lob pass. I'm not saying he was a bad passer, but he was more of a playmaker than passer. I don't think he was a true point guard, and I think that's where my problem lies with Russell Westbrook. The thing I didn't like about Russell Westbrook is as a point guard. If Russell Westbrook had his play style as a small forward, cool. But since he was a point guard, I absolutely wouldn't want him on my team. Like he's a bad, great player in my opinion in terms of playing winning basketball at the highest level in terms of championships. Magic Johnson said he had one of the worst point guard performances he ever seen in the finals.
Then what
This
did he
is
do? And what did he do right after that, DJ? Because you always love bringing this up. And then what did he do right after that?
I mean, he took another 30 shots. I mean, like what? Like what? He took a lot of shots. This is my thing. My problem with Russell Westbrook because everybody is saying, "Oh, it's because Kevin Durant is this." Yes, when you have Kevin Durant, a literal top two player, Kevin Durant was top two player in the NBA at that time. When you have Kevin Durant as the point guard, Russell Westbrook, how can I make sure Kevin Durant is in the best situation possible to beat Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant only worked with Russell Westbrook because he was such a great off ball player. I don't think Russell Westbrook works with no other superstar because most superstars want the ball. Russell Westbrook didn't get Kevin Durant the ball, and it only worked because Kevin Durant could work without the ball. Kevin Durant was one of the best off-ball superstars, but in terms of prioritizing basketball, we need to win this game. I'm going to make sure Kevin Durant in position. I'm going to make sure this dude in position. He's not a good. He didn't run the point guard position the way I would like it. Do you think he's better than Allen Iverson, Joel
Yes.
Embiid,
Yes.
Derrick Rose?
Yes.
Okay. I would take all them dudes over Russell Westbrook. And I think those are like probably the worst MVPs we done had since like 2000 since I've been watching, and I think he's at the bottom of the list in my opinion.
What has Derrick Rose done to make you feel like he's better than Westbrook
He's
in
been
his
to a conference. He's been to a conference
Westbrook's
finals
been to a
twice.
finals himself. So
What has he done as the best player on the team? Y'all no, don't talk about nothing he did with Kevin Durant. Yeah, y'all love to say what Kevin Durant did without Curry. But what has Kevin Durant did without Stephen Curry? What has Russell Westbrook did without Kevin Durant? Okay. And I'm not.
when Kevin Durant left, what did they do? They traded Ibaka as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
They gave him probably one of the worst teams that OKC has fielded in a while, and he still took that team to the playoffs. So he gets blamed for that, for not going out of the first round with the not that
You got to
spectacular
get out the first
OKC
round, bro.
goes out with it not that
MVPs
spectacular.
have to get out the first round. I don't care what's going
Where would
on,
that team
man.
be without him in general, bro? That's what I'm trying to understand.
Chris, I'm not asking him to win. I've never asked him to win a championship with any of those teams. But he was favored to get out the first round, especially against the Utah Jazz, bro. That was one of the most egregious first round losses of any MVP's life, of any MVP I've ever seen since Dirk.
He wasn't the MVP that time.
I'm not saying he was, but he was an MVP. Paul George finished top 10 in MVP. Like, I'm pretty sure top five. I'm just saying top 10 just to be safe.
It's crazy to me that you said that he doesn't allow a play with another superstar well, but didn't he take a back seat role to Paul George and allow him to have an MVP, his best season? Paul George had his best season with Russell Westbrook. Kevin Durant had his best scoring seasons with Russell Westbrook. No, how are you
I ain't
doing
got
that with the
time for
ball
this.
dominant point guard that doesn't get you involved?
I ain't got time for this.
No, have time for it because I'm asking you questions that you can't answer. So you're gonna skirt and dance your way around it.
I'm trying to see. Is this the year? Was it 2016 when they went out of the
This
first round?
man
So
broke box plus minus in his MVP season. They had to
that is
redo.
individual, bro. I don't care about individual stats when it comes from my point guard, bro. I didn't you. Oh, you younger. I ain't grow up with no point guards that was trying to do everything, bro. I'm sorry. That's just not what I was raised on. But yeah. So Russell Westbrook, you said he took a backseat to Paul George. He took 41 the most shots. Yeah. Took 41 most shots. How many shots he take a game? It's egregious, bro. He took 161 shots in season's game. What? Is that real? How many games? How many shots per game is that? Chris, what is the math on it? 160. How would I even find that number?
What are you talking about?
He took 161 shots in 6 games as a point guard.
It's about 26 shots a game, 27.
Bro, that's egregious, bro. Chris, I'm not saying he's garbage. I'm saying he was a bad point guard, bro. There, I said it. I think Russell Westbrook was a bad point guard, bro.
Okay.
Great athlete, great player, but he was a bad point guard.
Okay.
And I think he's the worst MVP since 2000.
I think he embodies MVP because he was the most valuable player of that season. If you watch that season, I ought to do a season breakdown.
No, I'm not saying he didn't deserve the MVP. I'm saying he's the worst one. This one, I'm not comparing him to Scrubs, bro. That's what y'all do a lot. Because I'm saying he's the worst MVP, I'm not calling him a scrub. He's just the worst MVP since 2000. I damn near think it's a fact. I think he's worse than Derrick Rose when Derrick Rose was at his best. I think he's worse than Allen Iverson when Allen Iverson was at his best. I think he's worse than Joel Embiid when Joel Embiid was at his best. I'm talking about in terms of the people who've won MVPs since the year 2000, since I've been watching and keeping up, I think Russell Westbrook was the worst MVP. Russell Westbrook was an MVP who couldn't get out the first round as the best player on a team ever. I didn't ask him to be the best player on a championship team. I didn't ask him to get to no conference finals. Russell Westbrook never got out the first round as the guy. Russell Westbrook lost to a rookie Donovan Mitchell in the first round. He lost to Damian Lillard in the first round. I don't think Russell Westbrook was a good point guard. If I was picking between MVPs, if I'm picking between great point guards, Russell Westbrook will be at the bottom of my list in terms of who I would want on my team. And that just is what it is. In terms of the great point guards, I wouldn't pick Russell Westbrook. In terms of the great MVPs, I wouldn't pick Russell Westbrook. And it is what it is. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying he sucks. I am saying he's the worst of the best. And that's still a good place to be. He's made hundreds of millions of dollars. He got all these endorsements. His life, I'm pretty sure his life is good. My opinion don't matter. But I'm saying he's the worst MVP since 2000. I think he's a bad point guard. Me personally.
Found some shit I love to do, so I can live comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind, need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line, any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I will never quit.